Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the trenches.
It's time to start the party. Let's move.
Today I wanted to talk about the fact that they tried to kill Trump again. They tried to do it again. At what point do we understand that they will not stop until they have extreme, complete power, and that they have killed or enslaved every single Christian conservative, or anybody who's against them, actually? It doesn't have to just be Christian conservatism. I mean, genuinely, how many times do they have to do this before we take them at their word? When they say, hey, somebody has to do it. Meaning, somebody has to kill Trump. That's exactly what they mean. Somebody has to kill Trump. Somebody has to kill the right-wing conservatives. Somebody has to do these things. Well, you want to know something? The right-wing version of that is somebody has to do it. As in, somebody has to completely eradicate the left wing and the Democratic Party. People want to sit there and pretend like the left wing is still somehow moral after this. Every single mass shooting or assassination attempt that's on Trump's life or done at like a Christian conservative school, it almost always is a left-winger. So my only question is, why are we entertaining this? Why are we entertaining this? Every single day that nobody does anything about the left wing, they make a stronger and stronger case against this American system that we have now. And I'm trying my best to absolutely give the system its greatest credences, or what have you. I don't know, I'm flabbergasted right now. Basically what I'm trying to say is, I'm not a guy who hates the sorry about that. I'm not a guy who hates the American system so much so to where I need it to be removed or eradicated or whatever. No, of course not. I simply want what I believe would be best for people. I simply want what I believe would be best for not only human flourishing, but also to mitigate evil, right? To mitigate evil. And quite frankly, we've had so many feckless Republicans. I do not consider Trump and his immediate circle in that. But we've had so many feckless Republicans who the only thing that they care about is their own personal well-being. They don't care about you or I. They don't care about making the policy changes that we need. They don't care about enacting the rules that already exist. So if that's the case, then why do we have so many representatives? Why do we have so many seats within the government that are just filled with people who, quite frankly, all they want is their own agenda and their own wants? They don't give a shit about what the people want. They don't care about what the people want. The only thing that they want is what their own personal gain, so to speak, and what the people who pay them to say want. We have a bunch of people on the right wing who are just nothing more than paid shills or people who lied to get where they want. And I'm not saying that they have to 100% do everything that I want, but when they sit there and do nothing that the people want, because left wing, let me tell you this, left wingism, whatever you want to call it, the Marxism, that is the unpopular in modern day America. That is the unpopular. Not right-wing Christian conservatism. That is the mainstream. And yet we're supposed to sit here and pretend like they're just as legitimate as Christians are. We're supposed to sit here and pretend like gay people are just as legitimate as heterosexuals are. We're supposed to sit here and pretend like these people who sit there and want to beat a white person on a subway and be like, oh, this is their get back for slavery. We're supposed to pretend like they're just as legitimate as we are. So I'm done. I'm tired of playing these games with people who want us dead. They say they want us dead, and they want nothing more than to destroy everything that is good, everything that is holy, everything that has been created in the West, specifically by white Christian culture. So you can call me any words you want, but just know, the people who radicalized me are the people who are the biggest quote-unquote anti-racists out there. So no, You cannot sit there and blame me and blame millions of Americans for finally saying, you know what? We gave black people a chance, and all they want to do is kill us, so fuck them. How can you sit there and blame us whenever that shit is happening so much all across the fucking internet, all across America, all across the West? All across the world, white people are absolutely, subjugated, enslaved, and are probably the biggest victims of all of this racism bullshit that they pull up. But even then, we don't sit there and say, oh, it's horrible, life is horrible, it's gonna be the worst of the worst, it's, I'll never be good because racism, because this, because that. No. We don't play the fucking victim. We adapt and overcome. So that is exactly what white people are going to do. And the unfortunate part about it is that people are not going to like how white people react to this. But they are the ones who created it. And I understand there are good non-whites. I'm not going to sit here and say that every single non-white person is automatically... I'm not going to sit here and say that every single non-white person is automatically some kind of evil devil. No. But enough of them hate white people so much to the point where they see one getting beat in a subway, gang beat by other people, they're like, oh, well, they got what they deserve. They get back for slavery. Okay, well, I'm gonna get my get back for the get back. How does that shit work, huh? No, because that right there is what you promote when you promote endless fucking revenge. Someone's gonna get their get back for the get back, and then someone's gonna get their get back for the get back for the get back. It's never gonna fucking end because people don't think more than 2 steps ahead. Oh, my something, we was slaves. Let me go ahead and murder someone in the modern day who had nothing to fucking do with slavery. Oh, we was oppressed. Let me go ahead and murder President Trump. Because that's exactly what all this shit is. Every single one of these things that are left-wing propaganda, is designed to destroy, to murder, to slaughter, to extinguish everything that is good in life. I missed all 4 shots. Fucking okay. So my only question is, if the left wing wants to sit there and play the victim, and they want to, have the same kind of footing in life that right-wing Christians have, first off, I don't think they fucking deserve it. But second off, if they want it, they have to stop advocating for people being murdered and assassinated. If they cannot do that, I cannot grant them, any kind of legitimacy. And I know that I'm just a random guy, but one day, I will have power. One day, I will be in a position to do something, and whenever they start getting subjugated, whether it's through me or someone else, they're gonna have nobody but themselves to blame. And they're gonna be like, oh, the horrible authoritarianism, the fascism, and then the modern everyday American is gonna be like, yeah, but you tried to kill me. Or yeah, you tried to kill Trump. Or you killed Charlie Kirk. So you know what? A little bit of fascism, a little bit of authoritarianism and totalitarianism towards the people who would gladly celebrate someone being slaughtered in front of God and everybody. The entire world saw Charlie Kirk get fucking assassinated. And you want to complain about the fascism, about the authoritarianism, about the totalitarianism that's a response to it? No, all they just want to be able to slaughter their enemies and get away with it. Because they have been getting away with it, because our side has let them get away with it. So that right there is how we defeat this. The only way they win is whenever we have any kind of remorse, any kind of mercy towards them. Because they always use Christian ethics against ourselves. They always want to say, oh, don't you believe in mercy? Don't you believe in this? It's like, yes, but you don't. You don't. So fuck you. If you don't believe in it, I do not grant it to you. How about that? The only kind of mercy that is appropriate is the kind of mercy to people who want it. If they don't want mercy, and the only thing that they want to do is to assassinate their enemies, they deserve no mercy. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here. And remember,
Laugh and grow fat.